How you going? This is where I am today at the moment. I'm in a pine plantation that's been cut down. This is just across a valley from where I live. And for the last couple of weeks, people have been coming down and cutting this place up for forestry, for logs and that kind of stuff. And I thought I'd come down and check it out just while I had some time tonight, while they're not working. But it's strange being here because I used to spend a lot of time walking around this pine forest over the last few years. Like I used to do it a lot about 7 years ago, and it was just part of my activity, I guess. During some days, if I went for a walk, sometimes I'd walk down the valley here through this pine plantation because it was such a there was a lot of serenity, and it was very quiet to walk around because there wasn't, there was no people or traffic around, and a pine forest itself seems to be really calm. So I'm just trying to catch my breath to walking around. So yeah, I got mixed emotions walking around here, I guess, because it's kind of hard to capture it on the camera, but it's such a surreal experience walking around this open area that used to just be, really dense forest. But it made me think in a way that when they've cut it down and they've processed the logs and all of that, I wonder what they're going to do with this place next. I mean, are they going to plant new trees and regrow the plantation, or are they going to clear it and use it for farming or agriculture, or maybe someone will build a house on it? It's interesting to consider just how this place will change into something completely different, and be physically different to the way that I was used to having it. And I suppose in respect of that, with Nofap, it's like sometimes you gotta cut something out that that you're so used to having, and that you're kind of familiar with, the environment, and you spend a lot of time around. And you got to cut it out, and then once it's gone, you have this, as I said, you have this surreal experience. You have this surreal environment that you're around, and then you then regrow something in this area, and that's what it's been like for me. So for the last few weeks, I haven't really had any struggles, just on a personal level. Things have been really good for me. Of course, I've had the odd temptation. That's nothing new. I mean, we all do, but I've been able to handle it a whole lot better. There was a bit where I struggled for a bit, but yeah, like for quite a while now, I've been doing really good. And I sort of think, well, I've taken something out, and since, like, especially the last few weeks, it's been like this. The way I've been able to handle it has just been crazy. Like it's been easy, or easier in a way. And then I sort of have added new things in to replace it. So yeah, it's more of it's with the relationships that I've been growing with people. As I mentioned before, if I grow new relationships with people, especially with girls, there's a lot more incentive for me to keep pushing forward with abstaining from this kind of thing, because it gives me credibility, and it's a test that God's been guiding me through as well. As Christians, God will take us through problems. Doesn't mean He tempts us. He takes us through a problem and then helps us grow as a result of it. That doesn't make He, as I said, doesn't mean He tempts us, and it doesn't mean He makes us sin or anything. Then that comes down to us in the way we react and behave to it. But yeah, I do want to share that, at least. And I know I suppose just one more thing. I got to get going soon because it's actually getting a little bit dark. I have to still get out of this forestry area and get home. I went for lunch with one of my friends who's a female on Sunday, and I was talking to her about just some, like a couple of musicians and stuff that were coming to town that I thought she would like, and I was asking if she was going to go see them. Not that I'm interested in that type of music, it was country music, and that's not really my thing. So I was talking to her about it, and I asked if she was going, and she said no, she doesn't like this artist, or she doesn't like this singer. And I said, why not? And she said, because he objectifies women. And I said, how does he do it? Does he do it in his lyrics, or in the way he performs his music? And she said he does it in his music videos. Like, he has scantily clad women in like his music videos. And I thought, wow, you're not going to go see a musician because of the way that he portrays women in his music videos. Like, it made me think a bit, I guess. But then, I guess if my friend considers like that as objectification, and if that's her disposition towards that person because of that, it puts a lot more, I believe it gives me a lot more responsibility, I guess you could say, to not only be credible and transparent myself, but to understand that, the people, like, there's different degrees in what people take this kind of thing. It can either be like a real small degree, or for this friend that I had, like, for her, the objectification, it was like, that was a pretty big thing for her. It came down to the way that she would listen to music and things like that. Just because this musician or this artist had scantily clad women in his music videos. Like, we don't really think about, or I don't. It's not really something that I consider a whole lot. I mean, it's not like saying that I don't look at an artist or a musician and think, they are objectifying women, therefore I won't listen to that band. Like, I don't really do that. And it's something that maybe I should consider. Maybe this is just part of the process of learning. And, it's good to think about these things. It's good to, I don't know. I hope you kind of get what I'm saying. Well, it's good to consider, I guess, how other people perceive objectification and that sort of thing. And that's, when it comes to PMO, it's pretty up there. It's pretty up there. So we have to, I suppose, have our scope on how we are viewing our Nofap journey, whatever, our lifestyle, or whatever you want to call it, or the way that we're trying to better ourselves as men in this world, or even women in this world. And the way that we respect other people, and the way we respect ourselves. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Anyway, I might do a follow-up video once I've had a think about this. Anyway, I've got to go. It's getting dark, and I have to get out of this place. Otherwise, I might be lost. No, I probably won't be lost, but it'll just make it hard to get home if I can't see where I'm walking. Anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you soon.